Okay, we are rolling. Welcome to Warhammer Tune-Up, 2,250 points, sort of a practice game for Warhammered. I've asked Nick to take a list designed to beat my list, and I believe he's done so. Nick will be running with... well, anyway, let's start this way. We've got the terrain set up. We have forest here, forest there. This is our... which one is this again?
That is the
Altar of Cain. Wizard's Tower on the hill there, and the Bane Stone in the back with a river running through it. Nick took 3 level 2 fire wizards and a level 4 fire wizard, so now we're not friends anymore. And he has every fire spell ever invented, ever. And I have a level 3 life wizard. I rolled rolled Regrowth, Shield of Thorns, and Earthblood. Not my best choices, but I'm gonna have to live with them. We're just about to start deployment. I will be deploying the Wood Elves on this side of the table, and Nick will be deploying his Empire forces on this side of the table. We rolled for Blood and Glory, which should be interesting, and we're gonna rock and roll. So let's do it.
Okay, so this is 2250 Empire points, the fire starter list. We have a cannon and a mortar, 12 crossbows with the wizard, 7 knights. What are they doing there? Cannon and a mortar, a big block of halberds with the wizard, a little block of swords with the wizard, 12 crossbows with the wizard, cannon and mortar. Really nice today.
And various fire wizards. Yeah, too many fire wizards. For myself, 2250 Wood Elf list. I'm calling this one the Fury of the Forest. We have a unit of 10 Dryads with a Branch Wraith. We have a Great Eagle. We have a Tree Man Ancient, sort of hanging out beside the building. The building is the Wizard's Tower, if you recall. And in the tower I deployed my unit of 25 Glade Guard, along with my Life Wizard and my BSB. Hiding behind the tower our unit of 4 Treekin. Then we have another Tree Man. Yes, that's right, folks, 2 Tree Men. Another unit of 4 Treekin, unit of 10 Dryads in my portable Wood Elf Forest, and one more Great Eagle over on the wing here to hopefully hunt down some war machines. So that's how our deployment looks, and we're going to begin turn 1. Okay, we've gone through one turn, Nick's first turn, and we're at the end of it now. We'll start over here. He fired at my my Treekin. You'll notice this unit has been somewhat decimated. He killed 3 of them. That's my wounds pile. So he killed 3 Treekin, 2 Treekin with the cannon, 1 with a fire spell in his magic phase. No, other way around. 2 with the fireball, 1 with the cannon. Then he misfired with his mortar, it flipped over and took a wound. Can't fire next turn. Everything sort of shuffled up a bit in his movement phase. He kept firing at my trees. They all made their ward saves. They're all good for now. He fired a mortar at the building and it wound up killing 5 of my squishy little elves. And that's about it. We're gonna shut around and move on to my phase. His other mortar missed. And he got a cannon shot on each of my tree men, and they both made their ward saves. Thank God. Alright, so my movement phase, everything moved up as far as it could. The Dryads moved into the woods. The Eagle moved up to threaten his cannon there. Both of my trees got angry, started running. They both rolled dangerous terrain and made it. The Treekin that were behind the tower came out. One of them took a wound. My lone remaining Treekin there all by himself went for a run. The Dryads moved up as well, and my Eagle on the far wing moved up to threaten his other cannon. In my magic phase, it was very disappointing. I only rolled 5 dice, so I didn't do much. I tried to regrowth my Treekin, but Nick cleverly rolled the Seal of Destruction and blew the spell up, so now I no longer have regrowth. That's extremely disappointing. I also tried to... what was the other spell I tried to cast? I tried to throw the vines, right, and it didn't go off. He dispelled it first, yeah. So that was it for my magic. In my shooting phase, the elves stationed in the tower shot one of his cannons down, rolled 3 6s to wound it, and blam, no more cannon.
Oh, we should do Pantest for that.
Oh, yeah, I guess so. So we're going to do a panic test now while we're watching.
It's okay.
That was for the knights.
No, that was for the.
Oh, the other
the
version, the knights.
They're immune because they go frenzied.
They're frenzied, right? Because of the altar king.
And then this unit.
And the big unit. Uh-ohs.
Reroll because
BSB. Let's see if the BSB pays for himself. He does. All right, so next troops are okay from the panic. And that's it for the end of turn 1. We're going to move on to turn 2. Any thoughts and comments, Nick?
Don't kill any more cannons.
And as for myself, damn it, losing regrowth was huge. That's going to make a very large dent in my plans here. Let's see how it goes.
So,
there we go.
Empire turn 2, for better or for worse. I moved up my 2 blocks. I restrained the frenzied knights as if they charge in, they will die. And then I will lose the game.
Yeah, remember we're playing the Fortitude one, and both of us can't afford to lose even one banner, or the game is lost.
It's terrible. For shooting, magic first. Magic, I got 8 dice, and Jimmy got 8 dice. And I did 2 wounds on the last chicken in the middle there, and then he dispelled everything else. For shooting, this cannon grape shot did 2 wounds. Maybe I should have gone for a tree. I killed 2 elves. This misfired, but it was okay. This one didn't get to fire this turn because of last turn. A grape shot here only did 1 wound. Again, maybe I should have not done that. Not a good phase for Empire, comparatively.
So that's the end of turn 2. Okay, end of turn 2 for the Wood Elves. So we're just going to the bottom of turn 2. In my movement phase, everything moved up again. The Dryads and the Tree Men kind of are closing in. The Eagle charged his cannon, and in the subsequent combat phase, wiped it out and overran into the flank of the Crossbowmen over here. Also, these Treekin here moved up a little bit more. This Treekin turned and marched over so he could try to be the beneficiary of some life magic spells. And this Eagle over here completed a charge against his other cannon. In the subsequent combat phase, I was able to do 1 wound, and with my combat res, he couldn't hold and broke and was destroyed. An interesting rules issue came up because we were wondering about a pursuit. It seemed weird to be making a pursuit when nothing's running because war machines are automatically destroyed. So we weren't sure what to do. The rules are notably ambiguous, so we decided to roll off. On a 4-5-6, I'd be able to make my pursuit roll anyway and pursue into the mortar, which was my intention. And I rolled a 2, so that didn't happen. So in my magic phase, I was able to... I don't even remember what I did. Oh, I cast Throne of Vines, and then I threw a 6 dice Dwellers Below on his unit of knights that was hanging out beside the Altar of Cain there. I killed 4 of them. In the subsequent shooting phase, between the Tree Man, Ancient, who's within 6 inches, and the Bowman in the tower, we managed to whittle them down to 1 knight remaining, and he can't see it, but he has a standard. I quickly surmised that by killing that knight, I would win the game. So I got all about that 1 knight, and because they're standing beside the Frenzy Tower, or the Frenzy building, he doesn't have to suffer panic because he's immune to psychology for now. So he gives Nick another turn of life. So I believe that's it for the wrap up for now. That's all that's happening at this point. So we're gonna go to Nick's turn 3. Okay, so end of Nick's turn 3. Here's a wrap up. Go ahead, Nick. Take it away.
Charged my halberds across the river bravely. They took out some Dryads. They did not make any chicken, unfortunately. My knight restrained and is getting the hell out of there. I moved up my swordsman. I moved my crossbows. The wizards are flanking. Flanking wizards are very powerful, just so you know. Then I was into combat, destroyed the Dryads, because they're Dryads and they're terrible. Their crossbows ran away from the eagle, even though they were steadfast. And the knight is making his way towards this eagle over here because he's got some business with that eagle he needs to do.
What he's got business is drowning in the river. That's his business. Yeah, so he did 2 wounds to the dryads, and in usual dryad fashion, they weren't able to do anything when they're out of the woods because they're not steadfast, and they ran away. But really, they achieved their objective for me, because I really just wanted to hold up that unit for a turn and keep it off of my tree man so they were able to get away. But he managed to maneuver his knight out of my charge range, so that's going to be an issue. We're going to have to see what happens next turn. He fired his mortar at my building and killed 1 elf. That guy right there. And that was it. His guns have fallen silent. Okay, Wood Elves versus Empire. We're wrapping up Jimmy's turn 3. So the bottom of turn 3. Over on this side of the board, I moved my dryads in a creative way. Well, I guess we'll go from the charges first. So my Branch Wraith declared a charge on his crossbows over here, which forced them to run right to the edge of the table. And if you'll remember, there was an eagle here, and it declared a charge on them as well, which forced them the rest of the way off the board. The eagle then redirected his charge into the mortar that's left over there, and then in the subsequent combat, it took its last wound and died. Let's see here. The dryads then, yeah, of course, the Branch Wraith charged out. The dryads moved over and surrounded his wizard, which was right here. So the dryads wheeled and moved up here. And his wizard was right here. They wanted to surround him so he couldn't squeak away. And then in my shooting phase, ta-da, my platform there, wiped him out. Did 3 wounds, took him out of the game. So that wizard is eliminated. My tree man and my last remaining treekin that was formerly here, and my unit of 4 treekin all charged this unit of halberds. Because everybody's frenzy, that was a pretty exciting combat. I did 17 wounds, but he's steadfast and he hung on. He put 1 wound on this tree man, he put 1 wound on the last remaining treekin, which killed it, and he put 1 wound on that unit of treekin over there, so not enough to do some serious damage. But my general, the tree man ancient, is still kind of hiking around over here. He did his shooting attack on that last remaining knight and killed him, but we realized that we had made an error in the banner adding, so Nick has another, he's still alive, so he has now a standard in this unit and a BSB in this unit, and his general, so he still has, he can still afford to lose 1 more. No, if he loses another standard, he's done. So on the far side of the board, my eagle charged and defeated. Well, did it overrun? I can't remember what happened.
Yeah,
it overran into his mortar and wiped it out in combat.
No, you charged the mortar.
Yeah.
Overran, and you didn't get out of the way.
I didn't go far enough. We definitely forgot to do a panic test for those crossbows, but I think I'm just gonna run it right now. Uh-oh. Check your... Okay, you're good.
Well,
Well, check your general. I think you're within 12 of your general. Isn't that your general there? Is he? Okay, so they're running.
Yeah, so they run off the board, I'm pretty sure.
No, they don't run to board edge. They run directly away from the source of the panic, which would have been here. So they run 4 inches this way.
Guess they're not shooting.
So he'll just have to rally them. And that's it for the end of the phase. So we're moving up to turn 4, and it's looking pretty close still. Actually, it could kind of go either way. A lot of it's going to depend on this combat in the middle here, which once my tree man ancient gets in there, it's going to go whole lot. It's going to actually depend on whether Nick gets a big magic phase. If I can hold his magic off for another turn, then I'll probably be able to finish him off. But if not, then we're in trouble. Okay, so to wrap the game has ended, top of turn 4, and it was due to this combat right here.